This video is designed to help you start a skincare business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a skincare business plan that you can download, and we'll lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful skincare business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Whether you're just now stepping into the idea of starting your own skincare business, or it's a thought process you've been toying around for years now, you likely can't deny the excitement of the prospect. Starting your own personal skincare business seems exciting, exhilarating, and totally thrilling. Just think of all the people out there that you could help introduce to beautiful, healthy skin. Just the thought of all the positive change you could make through your skincare line is probably overwhelming, right? But, as it often goes, the good overwhelming feelings likely go hand in hand with the complicated overwhelming feelings. Sure, a skincare business seems great, but how the heck do you actually go about starting one? If you're sitting there wondering where to begin, then we've got good news. You're in the right place. We've taken some of our expertise and experience to cultivate a little, helpful guide for how to start a skincare business. The beauty industry is one of the fastest growing consumer product categories. It's growing every year, and with an expanding market, there's room for fresh ideas, dedicated people, and innovative products. For starters, learn everything about skincare before you start your line. We're not saying that you necessarily have to be a dermatologist to start your own skincare line, but we do expect you to be knowledgeable about skin in general, your products, and who and how they can help. You'll need to focus on the types of products you'll want to make, skincare in a nutshell, and the types of skin that could benefit from your product. If possible, take a few courses about skincare, read every book you can get your hands on, work with a professional, find a mentor, do tons of online research. No matter what you do, ensure that you're seeking out as much knowledge as possible before you start developing a skincare line. Keep learning, always. Learning is a never-ending process, no matter what industry you're in. The skincare world is a constantly evolving space. With new advances in technology and science, we're never going to hit a point in skincare where we can just stop putting effort into learning. Never give up on staying in the loop. Create products that solve problems, but also have high demand and high margin. You can develop an entire line of skincare that works wonders for people, but if you're just starting out, sometimes it can help to position yourself with a single, hero product. The hero product is your main claim to fame. Maybe it's an anti-aging cream, maybe it's a blemish solution, or maybe it's a product that gives skin a healthy, moisturized glow. Whatever it might be, focus on that hero product before you get going with your entire line. Make sure that you're creating a product that's in demand, works effectively, and changes lives. It also doesn't hurt if you're creating a product that has potential for high profit margin, too. This is where learning all you can about skincare and the ingredients of your products can come in handy. The more you know, the better a product you can create, and the more you understand how to create products that solve the problems that people are dealing with, the more successful your business will be. Pick a kick-ass name. What's a good skincare line without a great name? We're not saying that the name is everything, but we'd be foolish to say that a great name doesn't help. People love well-named products, they love great brands, and they love fantastic marketing. It only makes sense that a mindfully crafted name for your products, your line, and your business would be beneficial for you. Once you have a few name ideas in your hat, it's time for the most important part of the naming process, making sure they're available. We repeat, do not skip this step. The worst possible thing that could happen for your skincare line is that you pick a great name, put a ton of money and effort into that line, get your marketing on lock, and then realize that you're not legally able to use that name. It's a nightmare. There are a few ways you can go about this. First things first, do a simple Google search and check domain names. That should give you a good indication if there are companies out there who already exist with your name. Then, check out the United States Patent and Trademark Office, too. That can help indicate whether you're able to use a specific name for your product, line of products, or brand. We don't recommend skipping this step. Start manufacturing efficiently. Whether you're planning on working with a manufacturer, or you want to find a way to manufacture your skincare line yourself, one thing matters above all else: efficiency. Notice how we didn't say affordability. Sure, it's probably important to stay within a budget, but when it comes to running a premium skincare line, it's always better to make sure you're working with a quality manufacturer, not just the cheapest option. If you're selecting a manufacturer for your skincare line or products, make sure to keep a few important things in mind, like expertise and professionalism, location of their warehouse and factory, customer service and response time. The next part of the video is not specific to a skincare business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the skincare business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful skincare business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these 2 extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive, based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into two parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a skincare business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free skincare business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.